is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
But this is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
Ah, you two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes. The scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow Guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how, I had not yet discovered.
Okay, now that I've actually got some control. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eternal Flames. My name is Blaze, and we're back for some Soul Reaver. So, pretty sure you guys just enjoyed the cutscene. You probably also noticed I went to the menus. I tried to skip it. It won't let me. So, you know what? I'm gonna say this is part of the game engine, and they're gonna have to suck it up. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna go ahead and take things on. Can I steal this? I cannot steal this. So, I'm not even gonna lie, this game has given me so much woe. I have so much I had to tweak on this just to get it to work. But now that it's working, let's get this show on the road. Ooh, free weapon. I bet you guys have also noticed like the graphics are so much better than the original Soul Reaver. Oh. There we go. Give me your soul. Alright. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna kill you. Give me your soul.
Taste my blade, vampire!
There we go. Come on. Yay, decapitation. There we go. Oh. There we go. Their deaths are uninspiring, but eh. Okay. So let's see. I'm guessing since that door's got bars on it, it's probably a no shit. She hasn't seen me. Oh well, she's apparently incompetent. So off with your head. Yes. Okay. What do we got here?
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
There's one!
So anybody else noticing all these like random ass heads on pikes? I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not one for the idea of crusades at all. There we go. The auto lock on this is so janky, but it's almost impossible to fight without it. There we go. And suck up some souls. No, no cutscene. Give me souls. There we go. I'm not even gonna lie, like the controls on this are so fucking weird. Okay. Now, nope, that's not it. I'm trying to remember how to get into Spectral. Oh. That would do it. Then. Oh yeah. Look at that. See, in the last game, like the distortion was awesome, but look at this. Like this entire place is just. Wow, the souls are cooler too. This entire place is just a trip. Okay.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered, would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Oh, they just immediately went after me, didn't they? There we go. Soul Reaver in your face. Ow, that hurt. Oh, come on. You know what? I'm gonna just borrow this from your friend. Oh, come on. There we go.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus, the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the Wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long-dormant spirit was now fully aroused. And for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leached to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the Wheel of Fate demands it.
What did you say?
The Wheel of Fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me.
Well, shit. And double shit, my health just dropped like all hell. So, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I hate Mobius. That asshole. You could see how frightened he was, and then he just got so fucking smug. I can't wait to, like, put a sword to his chest.
So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Seraphim, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Jeez. But no, seriously, I apologize for all the major cutscenes here, guys. If nothing else, speaking of the game, I mean, lots of story. Lots of story. And frankly, Raphael, shit, man. Oh, this is about to be fun. Come on. Oh, jeez, I wish those stupid little signs would shut up. Yes, I get it. Jump to dodge. Okay. There we go. Still wish I could pick up a candlestick. Get it like a pole arm. Huh. This looks familiar.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here. And then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become. And a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
There we go, there we go. Come on. Come on, ladies, dance. Dance. Still around? Yep. There we go. Come on, there's no one. So, there we go. Okay, double tap and heal soul. Get some cool stuff. So let's see where you are. Malkaya, Ahab, Trimmel, or Terrell. I cannot speak. Zephon, spider bastard. Duma. So here's an interesting question. Like, we see all these people here, right? They're all kind of glorified. What the hell happened with Duma? I mean, he's already got, you know, kind of that big ancestral, demonic, vampiric thing there. Like, I don't... Whatever. Okay, so we need to find a way out. That's the way we came in, so... We saw something upstairs. There's a gate. Okay, there's a little enclave. Oh, stairs! Stairs are good. I like stairs. Alrighty then. So let's see. So I guess while we're running around and there's no real enemies, let's recap. Kain defiled his corpse, raised him, he gained wings, Kain ripped said wings off, Raphael goes around, kills said brothers, comes back, fights Kain, come to find out that he has apparently got some sort of larger destiny. Excuse me. And then proceeds to track down Kain, finds Mobius, and now we've got... Holy shit.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
I will make a note that northwest being that way. I wouldn't even know where that is unless they put that compass there. Alright. So swimming's a little bit easier. I can deal with this. I remember the camera back in Soul Reaver 1 was an absolute nightmare.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the rim, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm, and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
AKA, if I lose all my soul power in the soul realm, I at least have something to work with. For right now, okay, just buy another soul eater. Okay, cool. Okay. In we go again. So, I hope you guys don't mind, but before we take off, I'm gonna go look for some secrets. And secrets are awesome, and they give me more health that was stolen from me by the Soul Reaver, because it turned from an awesome sauce weapon into a dick. Like pretty much everything else we know. Come on. Okay, come on. Nothing. Nothing. Well, shiitakes. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Okay, there seems to be a way out. So we'll just swim more there like a fish. And up.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
The introduction of save points. I'm not even gonna lie, I kinda hate save points. Like, don't get me wrong, I dislike the idea of going back to the start every time you start up the game again, but the idea of, like, save points never really encouraging. I like the way, like, Skyrim and stuff does it, you know? Where you could just kinda save forever. And okay, we got a hole with a sun. Sun hole. Better than a night hole. Sun hole. Okay. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take off for now, guys. We're gonna come back here next time, and thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry about all the cutscenes once again. Hopefully here soon we're gonna get into some mass slaughter, and hopefully I get better at combat. Not only that, but I can't figure out how to drop my weapon. Like, there's crouch. There's my auto lock. There's my two attacks. There's light attack and heavy attack now. Block. Suck souls. And then this is activate soul reaver. I don't even know why that's an option. You can just double click soul suck and there you go. View map. We haven't seen a map yet. Okay, so this is the really shit map. I may be the first to say this. I know you guys are seeing this too. This is a shit map. Okay, I'm guessing where the red dot is the Pillars of Nosgoth. There's some swamp to the... Like, the only thing I can say is... Hey Tommy, we need to make a map. I'm gonna use green. You need to use more than just green. I'll use a lot. I'm not even strong. God damn it. Whatever. I'll see you guys next time.